We are groups G and H, and we're going to start out our capstone presentation with a little video. And as a side note, just like to let you know and ask you, we're going to be using a somewhat popular song that most of you will probably know, and we just ask that you guys listen to the lyrics and watch the video and really capture it in its essence. So if we can dim the lights, we can get started. So we present Shattering Stereotypes.
Some nights I'll stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I'll call it a draw. Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle. Some nights I wish they just fall off. But I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know anymore.
This is it, boys, this is war. What are we waiting for? Why don't we break the rules already? I was never one to believe the hype. Save that for the black and white. Tried twice as hard and I'm half as liked. But here they come again to check my style.
That's alright.
That's alright.
I found a martyr in my bed tonight.
It stops my bones from wondering just who I am, who I am.
Some nights I wish that this all would end, 'cause I could use some friends for a change. And some nights I'm scared you'll forget.
Stereotypes force us to think in black and white, when in reality, we're so much more.
Me again. Some nights I always win, but I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still.
Josh, it's your turn! Josh, seriously! Not again.
What? I just love trees.
That's cute.
Did I grab two?
Oh, TJ, come on, what? Okay guys, so do you guys understand the instructions?
I think so.
Seriously, like don't even mess up, okay?
Yeah, okay. What's that?
Cortez!
Oh no, man! Oh my gosh, what's going on, guys?
You're not even in our group, what are you doing here?
I thought. I think maybe you should.
Get out of here. Get out of here. See you later.
Please.
Bye.
I just wanted to be a part. Bro, throw along. Oh. You're gonna kick it at her? No. Hit her in the face.
That was a bad kick. Sorry, I shouldn't do it there.
There's
so bad.
Hey guys, how you guys enjoying your capstone group project?
Best group ever, best group.
GH, right? You guys enjoying it? What about you, Jeremiah?
I love it.
Wow.
Hello. Lights. Thanks. Even though the video was funny and all, stereotypes are harmful. They lead to inequality and injustice between men and women around the world. Women are seen as soft and weak, and men are seen as hard and strong, like superheroes. Men with their perfectly chiseled chin and coiffed hair, and women with their slim build and zero ability to defend themselves. But men and women are starting to break the mold of the nuclear family, like man and wife and 2.5 kids with a white picket fence. There are tons of different family dynamics, like working moms, stay-at-home fathers, single mothers and fathers, and gay couples. So when people see these different families, not just in their society but in other cultures, they think that they're raising their children in bad environments. But that's just their culture, and there's nothing wrong. People have to understand other people's cultures before they try to help actually harmful situations. Another area of stereotypes that are persistent in is age.
Now there are two main age stereotypes I'm going to be talking about today. The first is one of the stereotypes with the elderly, and the other one is one of the stereotypes with the young, such as most of ourselves in this room. Now the elderly, by some, are considered to be incompetent and bitter. And the young are considered by some to be incompetent and cocky. A little bit of relation there. Now, when you think about stereotypes, like the elderly, you can't just think, glance at somebody and give them a judgment. That's not really how people are. So sure, all right, let's say you're 90 years old and you used to be a professional football player. Most 90-year-olds that I know really can't play football anymore. So even if they are bitter, and even if they do fit a stereotype, like let's say they do, there might be even reasons behind why they're bitter. And even incompetence is something you really can't judge. It's kind of an amorphous thing, one. And two, most people that I've met really are incompetent and really don't fulfill a stereotype. Now moving on to the young. Young are considered incompetent and cocky. Most are considered cocky because we really haven't seen a lot for who we are, comparatively to, let's say, the elderly. And these two stereotypes like to view each other. Like the elderly like to view young people, from my experience, as incompetent and cocky, and the young like to view the elderly as incompetent and bitter. But just the simple acknowledgement of the stereotype in itself helps alleviate the stereotype. When you glance at somebody, and if you know that stereotypes exist, and if you think to yourself, all right, there are stereotypes, before you even meet someone, your brain instantaneously processes someone to a stereotype. And then you can take a split second, if you have recognition of that stereotype, and think, wait, that's probably not how they are. And you can talk to them or ask them a question. But I find it amazing that simple recognition of the stereotype almost solves half our problems with it. Because you can just take a step back and go, no, once you start to think about it. But these are not just stereotypes that are based with age or gender. Another one that we deal with is race.
Now, when one thinks of racism and racial injustice, they usually think back to the 1960s and 70s, when it was an issue of utmost importance and it consistently saw the spotlight on news media everywhere. Now today, many people do not consider race discrimination a problem anymore. However, the issue still persists. Like all of you, take your own high school, for example. Think back to your own high school, or for those people going on to college next year, think back to the high school that you just left. If you think about it, many of the relationships that were formed in that high school were probably between people of the same race. Why does this happen? Whether it be consciously or subconsciously, most of us feel obligated to be friends with and be attracted to people of the same race. And rather than focusing on a social justice issue such as this, people display ignorance and decide to discuss many more different topics.